What's good, everybody? Today's video is going to be on lighting. Recently, I've been doing a lot of shoots where we are using a ton of artificial light. With all of this freedom comes the issue of understanding exactly how to light your scene. And us as filmmakers and cinematographers, we are in control of how everything looks, which is why today I'm going to give you the 4 biggest tips on how to light your scenes better with artificial light. The things we will go over in this video are dimension, color, atmosphere, and creative experimentation. These will not only teach you how to light better, but also help you have more confidence in your ability to create any scene or emotion using light. Number 1 is dimension. I like to think of this as light, dark, light, dark. I'm gonna pass it on to myself actually on set so you guys can get a better visual of what I mean. So we're on location right now, we're shooting a short film, and we did this scene where he's gonna walk down a hallway, but the practical lights, actually they didn't work at all. So we decided to go with a red streak down with just 2 Amarants. We just duct taped them up. We have them at about 50% power, because if you've ever shot with bright red lights, you know it can overpower and then it just destroys your footage. And then we actually built a duct tape flag because I wanted him to walk under, have it be red, but then the farther he walked, the red faded away, so we went back to black. And a big thing in filmmaking is you want to have your shots go light, dark, light, dark. So that's why we started in the dark, we hit the light, we go to dark, we hit the light, we go to dark. And then to finish it off, what we did is we had my Xeon light. We actually put this on flashing, and it really just helped fill the whole image in, so that way when you're looking down the hallway you had something to look at. So I think it turned out super well. It's a little bit of experimenting, but I feel like I'm starting to understand lighting a little bit better. And I think the biggest thing, the biggest takeaway, especially from the last shoot I did, was learning how to light with light, dark, and light. So this is just a simple on-location breakdown, as well as the shot and how it turned out. And yeah, let's move on to the next section. Number 2 is color. And like I said earlier, when you use artificial light, you have a lot more freedom in how your shots are lit. And one huge way that I use this idea is in the color of my lights. This can be RGB, or if you don't have lights that do RGB, it can even just be using different temperatures of light. This is a screen grab from one of my most recent YouTube videos. As you can see, this is a triadic color scheme. We have red, yellow, and blue. And I know that some of this was in the actual set design, but the placement of the lights had a big impact on the scene. First, we have the TV right in the center, and throughout the whole scene, it seemed to give off more of a blue, cold tone. So I wanted to help balance that out. I pointed one of the 500-watt lights at the couch with a projector lens adapter, and I set it at 4100 Kelvin to contrast the TV. And now looking at the other side of the frame, at first we didn't have this curtain in the back, we just had the garage door, but it looked super bland. So I hung up a red curtain, and this worked well with the blue, and then by adding a lamp, it also helped add a little bit of yellow. However, when shooting this, I realized you couldn't really even see the curtain, and this was because the lamp either wasn't bright enough, or when I turned it up, the lamp, it just clipped. So I took the other 500-watt light with a Fresnel, put it at about 4100 Kelvin to match the lamp, and then I pointed it right at the cabinets. It was only on like 1%, so it could just help accentuate the practical light without looking like there was anything added. And now that we have the middle and the left taken care of, I felt like the weight of the frame was mainly on the left. So I needed to add something on the right. And this is where we added a plant to help add some weight, but also a little bit of shadow. And going back real quick to the dimension, this shot is a super easy to see example of how light, dark, light works. We have the dark in the plant, light in the couch, dark where I am sitting, light from the TV, dark in the space behind the TV, and then finally light where the cabinets are. So overall, you can use the placement of your lights to help focus on certain colors of your scene, or you can use the actual colors of your lights to help with color contrast in your image. Like using the red in the hallway and then the colder tone at the end for more of a complementary color scheme, or setting the lights to 4100 Kelvin to help offset the coldness of the TV to create a triadic color scheme. Moving on to number 3, we have atmosphere. And for this video, I'm just going to categorize this into how your lights interact with the frame. First, we have haze. This is a huge game changer. It allows you to show the actual light rays, which adds depth and texture, but it can also help hide things in the frame. In this shot, you can't really see much, but there was a whole team of people right in front of him. But because of the haze, you literally can't see anything. And now looking at some films, we can see that a lot of directors have 2 different styles for their lighting. There is the naturalistic approach, approach and the expressionistic approach. The naturalistic approach is where the lighting is very low key and looks like it could just be something that we would see in our everyday lives, maybe a little bit better. And then in contrast, we have the expressionistic approach, and this is a much more stylized and introduces things like haze or colored lighting. Comment down below which lighting style is your favorite. Mine is 1000% expressionistic. I love using crazy colors and really pushing my own style. Finally, we have creative experimentation. Go have fun, bro. Like, go try new things. Spend 2 hours lighting one piece that will be on screen for 3 seconds. You literally cannot get better at lighting without experimenting and seeing what you can really do, as well as what you can't. And doing this as often as you can will help you build confidence in yourself and just learn what you like and what you don't like as far as lighting. One thing I've been doing recently is just finding shots in movies and trying to emulate their look through the lighting. When using artificial light, the most important thing is to make sure it is helping your scene and not hurting it. Whether that is focusing on the dimension or the color, just make sure to experiment and then just have a lot of fun. At the end of the day, all we're trying to do is bring our ideas to life and trying to bridge the gap from what we want to what we can achieve. Thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will also be changing my upload days to Tuesday. So make sure to check back every Tuesday at 11 a.m. See you guys next Tuesday. Also, this light is so damn bright.
Bro's been training his whole life for this too.
Dolly grip.